First question for you will come from Dina King. Go ahead, Dina.
Hey, Natrone, how happy are you to be back at UNC and be under the tutelage of Coach Brown, and what does he mean to you?
Hey, Dina, how you doing? I'm very excited, ecstatic. All those big words that you could possibly think of to describe joy is what I'm feeling right now. To get a chance to, be back on the hill involved, with this program that means so much to me. Again, working under Coach Brown, and, everything that he's done, not only for the players that, have come through the program, such as myself, but for the current guys now. It's an honor and a privilege to be back here to share my experience with these current players to help them achieve all of the success that they rightfully deserve.
Thank you.
You might be muted, Mark.
My internet froze up. JB Ricks, go ahead, sir.
Natrone, JB Ricks from Spectrum News 1. Good to see you again, sir.
Good to see you, sir.
Yes, sir. Congratulations on this move. My question is, what does this juncture of your coaching career mean for you, considering, the way you've been climbing the ranks, in coaching? You spent time at Winston-Salem coordinators, and you have a solid resume. But what does this part of this opportunity mean when it comes to the resume, adding on to it in Chapel Hill?
I think for one, it signals, continued growth on my part. Obviously, having been involved in this profession for a while at all different levels, continuing to fight and to grind and to work my way up. Division I has always been a goal for me. Having a chance to coach at Chapel Hill has always been a dream. So while I will not be involved, in on-field activities, coaching per se, just to have an opportunity to come back and be involved in a program that means so much to me and my family, and to continue to grow in my coaching career, words can't express, words can't express how I feel about this opportunity.
Okay, let's go back over to CL Brown, please.
Hey, Nate, what's it going to be like in the fall when Asha's there too, and for the soccer team? Have you thought about what that'll be like having her on campus?
You know what? Believe it or not, as we walked over to the practice field this morning, and I was sitting outside and I was talking to Kevin Downey, in the new arena, and I saw the soccer field there. Obviously, we've been here before, to see some games and to see those girls practice. Having my daughter up on campus for camps and things of that nature, I told them that if this was going to be the view, it was going to make my job real easy, because I could stand right in the middle and I could watch my daughter play soccer on the left, and I could sit over here paying attention to football on the right. But just having the opportunity to be able to continue to be close to her and to follow her career, and to see her continue and develop and grow, not only as a soccer player, but as a outstanding young woman, is just another thing that makes this so special. Having a chance again to come back to a place that means so much to me and my family, and having a chance to be close to my daughter and to watch her grow in her soccer career, again, is something that we cherish and hold very dear.
Andrew Jones, go ahead.
Hey, Natrone, what are your responsibilities going to be in this position, and what do you expect your day-to-day routine to kind of look like?
I would expect my day-to-day routine to be similar to all of our full-time coaches on staff. Obviously, once I get to the on-field responsibilities due to NCAA regulations and restrictions, I would not be able to coach the guys, motivate, offer some encouragement, answer questions as best I possibly can, when we're out there on the field. But, away from the field, my responsibilities are those of any other college coach.
Great. Greg Barnes, go ahead.
Hey, Natrone, the ties are obvious, but just curious, how did this come about for you to come back to North Carolina in this role?
Well, I think it's just, I've always, stayed in contact, with Coach Brown, understanding that, again, this is a place, where I got my start, and Coach Brown was very instrumental to that. Understanding that no matter what business or, profession that you find yourselves in, relationships are going to be essential. Right. Relationships are going to be essential to success. So, what I did was make the most, of my relationships, not only with Coach Brown, but, with a lot of folks involved, in this institution, and, making it clear that, not only by my words, but, by my actions, that, I'm committed to being the best coach that I possibly can, having a chance to sit down and talk and, share what it is that I've learned, over this past 17 years journey on the sideline coaching football, was something that for me, I wanted to make clear to everyone that I had conversations with, that, coaching is my second career. This is something that, was not just a hobby for me. So, it was a lot of hard work, a lot of time, away from my family. But, at the end of the day, it's, I feel like it's all worth it to, achieve those goals and those dreams that we set for ourselves. So for me, this thing has been in works for, as far as I'm concerned, since I left Chapel Hill the first time back in 1992, right? Because, like Coach Brown says all the time, this is not, it was not a 4-year decision, it was a 40-year decision. And, I think my return to the university, along with, the other guys who have played for Coach Brown, rings some truth to that.
And if we can reflect back 2.5 years, what were your thoughts when you heard that Mac was returning to Chapel Hill?
As the buzz began to build, at first, I really wasn't sure what to believe. Was it true? Was it just, social media? Was it just people talking? But, when it became evident that, Coach Brown was going to be back in this building, back on this campus, it was one of pure excitement and pure joy, I'm sure, for not just myself, but for every other guy, who has played for him. Could not wait to get up here, sit down, talk with him face to face, and just to let him know, how much I appreciated him and everything that he did for me. And, as we were able to, continue to, as we were able to continue those conversations, man, it was just, it just felt right. I mean, the buzz and everything that has come with Coach, with Coach's return to Chapel Hill has been first class. It's been top notch all the way. And, that's something that, who would not want to be a part of this?
Thank you.
Okay, we got time for 2 more. First up, Ross Martin.
Hey, Coach Means, kind of a follow-up to what Andrew asked. Your title is offensive analyst. What are you going to be doing in terms of, you said there's something with you can't be able to coach on the field, but are you going to be grading tape? Are you going to be breaking down the opponent? Are you going to be working with running backs? What do you think you'll be doing particularly to help the football team out?
All of those things, right? All of those things are involved in my day-to-day duties, helping the running backs, helping the tight ends, anybody on the offensive side of the ball, helping Coach Longo with things that, he will need, obviously, evaluating film, studying opponents, breakdowns, in recruiting wherever, I'm needed, if that's going to be, evaluating prospects and making sure that, the decision makers are right, getting the best and, the best and most talented kids in front of them. Again, doing whatever I can on the offensive side of the ball to help this program be successful and to reach our ultimate goals.
All right, we'll close up here with Adam Smith.
Hey, Natrone. Wondering if when you watched Javonte Williams, if you saw any of yourself in him. It seemed like his running style, people like to compare you to.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? If you're going to compare me to a back, I definitely do not don't mind being compared to Javonte. He was a guy who, I definitely had a chance to watch more this year as a Division II coach. We weren't able to play ball, so I was able to sit at home and watch a lot of Carolina football. And, as an old running back, it did the eyes good to see those guys go up and down the field, right? Up and down the field as often as they did. They ran hard, they ran with, dedication, they were decisive, they were physical runners. They were, not sort of similar to myself and Randy Jordan, right? Back in the day with the duos, the power, I mean, the thunder and the lightning, you think Hood, Logan, right? I think those two guys came in and had, the most outstanding, college football season by two running backs on the same team that I think any of us have ever seen. Watching, Javonte run and, watching him break tackles and watching him punish defenders. I think for any of you guys who were around or, if you can remember back that far to when I was playing football, I would say that it definitely brought a smile to my face, right? It definitely brought a smile to my face to see that and to, not only see that style and, see the success that those guys were having, but to see it happen here, That was the biggest thing that I was excited about.